talking about bullying on Kababayan today, taking phone calls as well. Thank you so much for joining us because we've gotten so many good phone calls. And thank you, Karina and Gail, for your valuable input as well. Last caller of the day is Grace, joining us from Pasadena. Grace, magandang hapon sa'yo.
Magandang hapon naman. Hindi, gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo lang my first grade ko noon was bullied. Talagang struggled, no? Face down and hit very hard, ending up with bruises all over the face.
Wow.
I didn't involve the parent of the bully, but I went to the principal and showed the effects. And then I observed in school, and I noticed that the bully again victimized another one. So immediately after the incident, I presented it to the principal. So there is an incidence that this person is really a bully, not just I was making it up. But then what I also did was, for every bully, there is a victim. So the bully will never victimize everybody else. He will choose his victim. So I presume that my child had that profile of a victim. So what did we do? We told him, we made him learn all kinds of sports, made him do better, you know. And so we tried to get him out. We developed his self-esteem, self-confidence in a way that he will be taken out from that victim profile. And because of that, he was never bullied again.
Yes.
And I think parents should realize that if your child is a victim, find out why and improve or take her out or him out from that profile.
Right. That's a good move from Grace. And also, it's good for her that the kid came home with bruises she was able to see, right?
Good and bad, right?
Right. Because at the same time, if your kid is cyberbullying, there's no...
Much more difficult.
So how do you tell if your kid is being bullied?
Well, this is where I'm really impressed because the parent was very involved. So she knew what was happening to her child. And I think that that's what we need to do. You need to know who your child is, how they really are. So for example, if your child is normally very active, very happy, and then all of a sudden they come home sad, or they come home saying, you know, usually if they're very talkative and then all of a sudden they're not talking anymore, or their grades go down, or, you know, maybe once in a while you should visit the school and see and find out how he's doing. Maybe observe the child. Of course, it depends on what age.
Or I would always say this: throw a dinner at home and invite the friends of your child.
Absolutely.
Right?
You need to know their friends. You need to know if they have Facebook accounts, you need to be able to access those. Be friends with the parents of the friends because they might know. This is networking for the good of your child.
So I guess being an involved parent.
Absolutely.
It's actually a tip for victims, especially in cyberbullying. It's actually, or bullying for that matter, for children. Have friends. Have friends. It's usually she's absolutely correct. There is a victim profile.
Right.
Now, we're not blaming the victim per se, but there is a profile that they prey on. And so you want to step out of that profile and having a good group of people around you and your family.
Okay. When you're talking about profile, of course, obviously, a lot of the victims are also immigrants because we don't speak English very well. We have an accent when we speak English, and some parents are not as involved because parents are also scared because they don't know what their rights are. From a defense lawyer, criminal lawyer, Karina, kausapin mo yung ating mga kababayan, ano ba ang pwede nilang gawin? Ano ba mga karapatan nila when faced with a situation like this?
You know, the first thing they need to do, Janelle, really, a parent, their child they feel welcomed. You know, many parents will say, come on, tough it out. You know, we have to be stronger here. We're in America. You know, we can't depend on people. You have to depend on yourself. Right?
Yeah.
So what we're saying to them is just take it. Just take it. Just take it. But what we're saying to you today is don't take it. You don't need to keep taking it. You need to be more proactive to get yourself out of whatever your deficiencies are. And it's not a deficiency to have an accent. You know?
You know what? Sometimes kasi bago tayo dito, don't make trouble. You know, in our culture, don't make trouble. Don't rock the boat. Just stay away from them. Just stay out of their way, which is not okay.
And it's sending the wrong message to your child as well. I know that we all have our challenges, but as a parent, we are responsible for taking care of our child's needs. And if our child needs us to be empowered we should do that.
Okay, and it's a good example.
And let me tell you,
30 seconds on the show.
There is a growing trend to prosecute parents of the perpetrators.
Right. So
okay?
we need to know our rights, and we need to fight for our rights. Thank you so much. One show is not enough. It's never enough here on Kababayan today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all the callers, and thank you if you called and we didn't get to your phone call. I'm sorry, but we'll try again another time, all right? Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.